From the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News This Morning.
At 6:30, we are following breaking news. We have all new information. 2 people are now in custody in the shooting of an off-duty Border Patrol agent.
And Border Patrol tells us the agent was killed while he was fishing with his family. It all happened during an attempted robbery in Willacy County, and that is where we find our Channel 5's Lauren Kendrick this morning.
Those 2 suspects that are in custody tried to rob him. They saw that he had a gun on him. That's when they shot and fired and killed him.
We know that one was hit once in the arm, another officer was hit twice in the legs, possibly a 3rd time. That officer did undergo surgery overnight.
As shots rang out, officers stormed the street looking for a possible second shooter. 2 Channel 5 News reporters ended up barricaded in a nearby home. We watched with the terrified homeowners.
You can see the cops right here searching.
Right now, Hidalgo County Sheriff's investigators are at the scene of a deadly drive-by shooting in Weslaco.
2 people were killed, 3 others are in the hospital.
Sheriff Geddes says that 2 cars drove up. Multiple people got out of those cars and opened fire on a group of people who were just standing outside by a home.
At the top, developing overnight news. 1 person found dead after a house fire in McAllen.
Now, the fire broke out just after midnight. The home is on the 3000 block of Gumwood. That is just off of Ware Road. And that is where we find our Shelley Childers live this morning with all the details. Shelley?
Dina Allen this morning. McAllen fire investigators along with the police CSI team will be working to figure out how this fire started. We're in a townhome complex here in McAllen, and firefighters say the fire broke out in unit number 19. That's also where they found an elderly woman dead inside. I want to show you something about this complex right here. You can see there are burglar bars on the outside of this window. I can tell you there are burglar bars on the outside of most of the windows in this complex. The fire chief says his fire crews had a hard time getting into unit number 19 because of these bars. He also believes the woman was trapped inside.
The Harlingen Fire Department is battling a structure fire at a landfill.
Firefighters were called to the 3700 block of East Harrison Avenue. The landfill is just off of Ed Carey Drive.
And that is where we find our Channel 5's Lauren Kendrick live out there this morning. Lauren, what's going on out there right now?
The fire is still burning strong. You can see the white smoke billowing out of the building behind me. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, I spoke to a man that works there who isn't being let in because Harlingen police is blocking off the area for safety. He told me that that is a warehouse full of garbage.
What's going on at Donna ISD? That's the question a lot of parents are asking this morning. 5 employees are now under investigation for inappropriate relations with students.
And this morning, we're learning this could just be the beginning.
And this morning, Donna police are investigating a deadly accident. Just down the street from that aggravated robbery, a person was struck by a vehicle.
A drug smuggler is on the run. He escaped to Mexico after crashing his vehicle into the Rio Grande. Now take a look at this as our camera crews were there as the vehicle was being pulled out of the water in Starr County. The truck missed crashing into a home by just a few feet. The driver went through a fence, hit a tree and a light pole before ending up on the front lawn of a home.
Let me show you the damage done to this restaurant. Keep in mind that people were inside eating when this happened. Now, this used to be all windows. Now this whole wall is boarded up. That is where the vehicle crashed through.
And I'm going to move out of the way here for a second so you can actually see what's happening right now. You can see that prisoner transport bus, at least you're about to see it, in tow. Crews have been working most of the morning to actually flip it back upright since the accident happened.
Crews are working overnight to remove a derailed train off the tracks behind me. We have the latest straight ahead.
This hour, we are tracking the latest on a train derailment in Edinburgh. This morning, the area where the train flipped over is still closed off.
The train just simply went off the rails near the intersection of Canton and Jackson Road yesterday afternoon. Canton Road from Jackson to McCall will be closed until crews are able to clear the scene.
And officials are warning you, if you take this route in the mornings, you need to find another way around.
Our Channel 5 Shelley Childers joins us live from the scene of the accident with all the details. Shelley, good morning.
Good morning, Dina and Alan. I'm standing on Canton Road right now, and behind me is where crews have been working overnight trying to remove these overturned cars off of Canton Road. Now, they did actually just pick up one of those cars right here, and they were moving it just seconds ago. They're using some heavy-duty equipment out here to try to remove these cars off the roadway as fast as possible. I've been watching these crews work all morning to move these derailed cars off of the railroad tracks and off of this roadway. They've actually done that so far this morning, at least with one car.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock, January 29th, Wednesday. I'm Alan Campbell.
And I'm Dina Herrera Garza. We've got so much information to share with you this morning. Start time delays for several school districts, school closures.
Road closures as well.
Also, you know, we're going to get to that in just a few minutes. Right now, your weather. Lisa Villegas tracking so much out there. Lisa.
Good morning, Dean and Alan. Good morning to you at home. Let's get started with Doppler Network. Currently experiencing the bulk of the valley, at least in the mid and lower valley, rain. This is going to continue to track towards the east, also experiencing little pop-up areas of purple. Purple stands for sleet. Areas in pink right now, especially along 4 and 48 in between Brownsville and Port Isabel. That's freezing rain. Right
now, parts of Expressway 83, Highway 77, and Highway 281 are shut down. You can see where the expressway is closed on this map provided by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Overnight, crews closed off Expressway 83 from Mission to Brownsville, 77 from Harlingen to Raymondville, and Highway 281 south of Edinburgh. Now, these road closures are all due to this cold weather we're seeing this morning.
Channel 5 Shelley Childers is live from FAR with a look at the closed roads and driving conditions. Shelley.
Good morning, Dean and Alan. We're in FAR. I'm just west of 281. Actually, the expressway is behind me. All these cars, though, that you see aren't driving on the expressway. The expressway is closed, as you just heard. They're driving on the frontage road. That's going to be a pretty crowded commute if you use any of those major roadways this morning. Now, joining us right now is the spokesperson for TxDOT, Octavio Sainz. Step in here with me. Octavio, your crews were out here pretty late last night. You guys decided to close these major roadways. And what was the reasoning behind that?
We begin this morning with a deadly shootout just across our border. At least 10 people were killed in 2 separate clashes between organized crime members and federal officers.
The country was in no mood for celebration. Folks are outraged over the disappearance of the missing 43 college students.
And tens of thousands of people poured into the center of Mexico City, largely for a peaceful protest. Well, at the end, there were clashes between riot police and protesters.
In reality, I think for a long time the country has been silent. It's not just the 43. It's thousands and thousands of people living each day at the mercy of the government.
Happening today, 140 illegal immigrants will be shipped out to California, hopefully to speed up processing. They're heading to a Border Patrol facility north of San Diego. However, the community there isn't happy about the move and have already started protesting.
We want to send the message that the illegal aliens that are entering our country need to be repatriated to their home nation.
Now, 17-year-old Junior Benjamin Rodriguez is charged with 9 counts of murder. Prosecutors say he was behind the wheel of a van that flipped on the frontage road of Expressway 83 in Palmview. It all happened back in April of 2012. 17 people were packed inside that vehicle. 9 people died in that wreck.
He's believed to be the youngest person to be found dead along the brush in the valley. An 11-year-old boy on his way to reunite with his family dies before reaching his destination.
What's happening right now is that we're sometimes doubling that capacity and at times even tripling that capacity.
The growing number of illegals detained here in the valley is causing a chain reaction across the nation. Thousands of illegals are now being shipped to Laredo and to Tucson, Arizona. In Laredo, agents are called off the field and into the office to help process the hundreds of illegals arriving every day. The Laredo Sector Border Patrol Union is calling the situation a crisis. And extra help is already on its way for Border Patrol agents in the valley. Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson says 150 agents are being sent to deal with the surge of illegal immigration. He made the announcement while visiting a Border Patrol station in McAllen. Happening today, President Obama heads out on the road. He'll continue his pitch to the American public that he has the legal right to act on immigration without Congress.
And his overhaul plan gives millions of illegal immigrants protection from deportation. However, many of them wonder where to go from here.
Channel 5 Steve Solis is live in San Juan, where many people will be looking for help. Steve.
I'm out here now at the campus of the La Unión del Pueblo Entero, or LUPE, out here at Cesar Chavez in Business 83. Now, it's pretty quiet now, but that won't be the case later as people show up today to look for help. And last night, dozens of people gathered here to watch President Obama lay out his plan to take executive action on immigration reform. And many people had questions after his speech. A lot of them wanted to know, where do they go from here?